What's up, fashion enthusiasts? I am your host, Bre Nikeya, and this is Behind the Label. So this week, I have a very talented crochet artist and the owner of, say it for me one more time, girl.
Deviared Stitch.
Deviared Stitch, Miss Tori. How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So let's just kick this right off. So to start, I wanted to know, how do you manage school, your clothing brand, and if you work? Because, like, you're wearing a lot of hats.
Yeah, for sure. When I first started crocheting, I did have a job. I was making like little cat hat beanies. And they sold like hotcakes, like had like 30 orders, and made like a good amount of money. In a span of like a week. Like I think I made like $600-$700 off just the hats alone. Like people DMing me about them, and after that, I was like, oh, I'll just quit my job and just crochet and just do school. So like for a good 2 to 3 months, I didn't have a job.
Okay.
Like the crochet was my job at school. Which I love so much. But being a business owner, your income can be very wishy-washy.
Definitely.
Like it's not very consistent like that all the time. So like once I got all the cat hat orders out, it kind of slowed down. So I did have to get a job again. But now I am juggling all 3: school, work, and crocheting, and it's just a lot of learning time management.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's just been a real like hard. It's such a hard lesson for me, like time management. Like I'm still working on it.
You gonna get there?
Yes, but it's a lot of. Lately, it's been a lot of me doing schoolwork like at the last minute kind of thing, and then usually like I just had to finish a commission. I was doing that like finished it the day of, got it in on time. But yeah, it's just been a lot of just focusing on time management and really like being on your ish, for real, and just setting timers like for alarms. I like have a big whiteboard in my room. So I just write down like everything that I have to do, and that keeps me on track as well.
That's good. You're trying to stay organized. You gotta stay organized.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're gonna be every which
Everywhere.
way.
Yeah.
So how do you make time for yourself? Like, do you have time to just get your mind right?
Yes. I always make sure I have time for myself, and I always make sure I have time for like either downtime or sleep. I take my sleep very seriously. So yeah, like I prioritize that over everything, but I always try to fit in some me time, because if I don't, I will literally go crazy. Like I'm an only child, so I'm very used to being alone by my lonely, and I love it. I'm very comfortable in that. So I do try and prioritize that as well.
Yeah, that's good. I really love that for you.
Yes.
I really love that for you. Okay, so what does Deviared? Deviared, girl. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay, Deviared. I'm gonna remember it this time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What does Deviared Stitch mean to you? Like, what was the concept behind that?
So Deviared Stitch. A lot of the time, people ask me, "Oh, like, how'd you come up with this name?" And it was mainly just me. I created like a Pinterest board of just like all the things that I like resonate with me, speak to me. And a lot of it was just individuality and being a deviant in a sense.
Okay, I was reading that on your page. Yeah.
Yes, dedicated to deviance. Just going against like the norm, going against like a lot of time on MSU's campus, I see people wearing like just the same thing, and I kind of just look at that like, damn, like hive mentality, just everybody's doing the same thing just to fit in. And I really like the idea of standing out and really doing your own thing and having an outfit that makes people like snap their neck and be like,
let me get a double take.
Oh,
what you got on?
Yeah, exactly. Even if it's like bad or good, like, ugh, what she got on? Or like, whoa, like that's so cool. Like the good and the bad is good to me. Like I take all of it, but I just feel like individuality is important, but also being a deviant, like that means to me at least, just going against the status quo, really prioritizing doing your own thing. I feel like a lot of the time people kind of want to emulate other people, whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whatever. And I feel like that's cool to get inspiration.
Yeah.
But make it your own and have your own twist on it at the end of the day. And to not just outright copy other people. So I feel like that's what it means to me being a deviant. Just not so much like that, like the traditional definition kind of means like, oh, like they're a troublemaker, this, that, and the third. But I kind of see being a deviant as, yes, you could be a troublemaker, but it's like,
it's going against the grain.
Yeah, like it's okay to go against the grain and to go your own path. That's kind of what it needs to be.
Okay, I like that. So with that, how do you feel about like aesthetics then? Like, do you feel like people that have aesthetics should like branch out, like, or get into that one aesthetic? Like, how do you feel about that?
With aesthetics, I feel like everybody should tap into all aesthetics. Honestly.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Because for me, I love like all like kind of like the Aaliyah kind of dressing of just being real all wearing all black and stuff like that. I love that, but I also love earth tones and incorporating that as well. So those are like two different aesthetics, but I kind of sometimes I'll be more emo. Sometimes I'll be more, earth girl, and she's wearing green and neutral tones and stuff like that. So I do like to tap into both, kind of combine both together, maybe. But I feel like aesthetics, just as long as you don't lose yourself in the aesthetics, is very important. Like still, like you can still tap into aesthetics and do like this, that, and the third, but still like have your own spin on it.
Right. Like don't just make that your whole
thing. And just like box yourself in with one aesthetic. Like no, like don't. I encourage people to not do that and to just like, oh, I'm gonna tap into this aesthetic this one day or this one week, or oh, I'm feeling this other aesthetic this next week. Like really, like switch it up. Like don't box yourself in.
Yeah, I like that. I agree because one aesthetic can get boring.
Yes, for sure.
It's really boring over time. All right. So how would you like to see your brand evolve within the next year?
I want to see more people in my pieces. I know I am a crochet artist that doesn't really do a lot of the traditional like crochet stuff like scrunchies or just like basic tube tops or this and the third. What I design is a little bit more for the girls, the gays and the days, but also it's more on the sexy side.
Yeah, because I'm feeling this.
Yes.
That you have on right now. It's
Thank
really
you.
Cute.
So I do understand that like a lot of times like some people might not be comfortable enough wearing my stuff. So I am kind of trying to find like a nice medium of sexy, but still like, like you're still comfortable in it. But yeah, in the next year, I really just want to keep creating more pieces, and more fashion shows as well. I already did a fashion show with, Underground Village.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How was that?
Well. Yes, it was my first fashion show.
Well, congratulations.
Yes,
because I saw the pics and you were killing it. It was really nice.
Yes. And it was funny because like that day I was just so exhausted because I had like 2 days before like I had photo shoots because I still kind of like do my own modeling on the side, just for fun. And so I did like 2 photo shoots back to back. And then I had the fashion show, and I was still kind of like getting stuff together for the fashion show last minute. And it was all a lot. So I ended up I didn't even like dress up for it for them. I just wore like this oversized hoodie, my Beyonce hoodie, and no makeup, and just called it a day. I really wanted my pieces to speak for themselves, and to like me just being in the, I kind of wanted to be more in the background. I didn't want to give pictures taken, but I still got pictures taken anyways. But yeah, overall, it was really nice. I had so much fun. I was nervous for like no reason at all. Like it all worked out.
Yeah, it just be like, ooh, I'm gonna be nervous till I get there and get into it. It'd be like, oh.
Yeah, like once you in it, like it's just like, oh, what was I dreaming for?
Literally, because and that's how I just was. Because I was nervous like before we started talking. And I'm like, ooh, but when we talking, it's like, okay, what you nervous about? Like, so I feel you for sure. All right, so I noticed within your bio that you had slow fashion. So I wanted to ask you, like, what's your take on fast fashion, and how do you feel about that?
I would say fast fashion, like, I don't really like it. If you wear it, no, like, not dissing you. Go ahead and do what you do, within your budget. But for me, I really appreciate slow fashion, or just fashion that, just like it. There was like work behind it that wasn't just like, oh, like a sweat factory, Yeah. My friend Leah, like I bought pieces from her. She's an amazing designer. And I really feel like as we move towards like the future, I hope more people kind of shy away from the Shein and Temu and
I agree.
all of that, and really invest in your local designers.
Yep.
But yeah, I just feel like Shein, like you buy stuff from Shein, like it's not gonna last.
It's not. It's like, definitely not
at all. And so then it just goes to the dump, and then they dump it out. Like I heard, like it doesn't even get like recycled properly. It just like stays.
It just stay there,
dump.
And it doesn't biodegrade because it's made with plastics and stuff. So it takes a while for it to even. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like in the future there will be more of a trend of wanting to be an individual and be different. I feel like that's like you wanting to be different is very good, because I feel like it'll encourage more people to make their own things, or be like, oh, you can't get this nowhere. Like it's one of one, like knowing that nobody else gonna have your outfit at the party. Like I feel like it kind of gives you a boost of confidence. Like, yeah, I got something on that nobody else gonna ever find in the stores or anything like that. Like, your shit is authentic, one of one piece. Like, I feel like a lot of people want to be individuals and stick out, but they end up not doing that because they're wearing like Shein. Like I can tell, like somebody who's really into fashion, you could tell when something is just like low quality.
Definitely.
And so I just be looking like, I don't know. Maybe the girls don't know that it looks low quality, but yeah, I just want the girls to step their cookies up and to really invest in pieces or make your own stuff. Like crocheting, it's a really cheap hobby to get into. Like yarn is like $6-7 at Joann's, and you can get you a crochet hook for like $5. You can even get crochet stuff at the dollar store.
Definitely, yeah, you can.
So it ain't nothing to do it. I know like sewing is a little bit more expensive. Like a sewing machine is very expensive. Definitely. But I encourage y'all to either learn how to crochet, learn how to do knitwear. I know a lot of people are doing like the circular knit machines that you can get from like Joann's. You can easily make really cute tops with that.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So yeah, I encourage y'all to like really either like make your own stuff, experiment, even like with just your own clothes. With like if you get some denim, try and like either cut it up, kind of make it your own, and kind of like that's like a really good to start.
It is, because that's where I'm starting at with my denim. I did this hat and I did these shoes. It's like, so nice. Thank you. Just getting into it, and I have a sewing machine, so I just been hopping on there, and it's like, you don't need what's those things called, the layouts and stuff. You could just take clothes that you already have and cut your fabric out through that. Like,
yes, you don't even need like a whole pattern.
Yeah, that's what they call them, patterns.
Like, you really can just like go off of your own clothes and really just have that. Like, you already have the foundation,
right?
You know what I'm
so
saying?
Just make it happen, and then you will have more unique pieces in your closet if you're making them yourself, like you said. Like, nobody got this hat.
Exactly.
So it's just like stepping out and just experimenting and finding what works for you. Like, just trying different things to see, okay, what do I like more? Do I like to sew or do I like to crochet?
Yeah.
And what sticks out to you and what resonates with you the most. So what are some things that you would like to change within the industry, the fashion industry? And in what ways do you think you can contribute to that change?
Changing, I don't really think that far ahead for just like what I want to change in the fashion industry. I would like to see a lot more diversity within models. I know for my first photo shoot for my brand, both of my models were short, 5'4", I think, 5'3", I think. Yeah, like one was 5'2" and one was about like 5'3". And I wanted it that way because I'm also a short girly who has dreams of being a model, and it's hard out here for us. They don't like a lot of. I've kind of given up on signing to a agency just because I'm just like, is it really realistic for me to like pursue this? And I'm sure I know I could do like commercial modeling, but I kind of just put that to the back burner. But I really do want to see more short girls. I want to see all shapes and sizes on the runway. But yeah, I think that's what I really like to see change.
Okay, and I think I could agree because with those casting calls, they always want 5'7" and above, 5'8" and above. It's like, okay, but the short girls are eating the girls too, and the model walks be eating the girls down. Yes. So let's give them a chance to. I don't know why modeling has to be like a tall girl thing. So
exactly.
I agree.
Like I get like why they want more tall models because clothes look better on them per se. And they also have like sample sizes. So like a lot of brands, they'll only make like a certain size. So like they won't really include people on the plus size spectrum. But yeah, I just feel like that's really lame. And that everybody should be seen on the runway. I love what Rihanna has done with her lingerie line, and just with her having all shapes and sizes on the runway. She
definitely includes everybody.
And then she made Victoria's Secret do the same thing. Like,
and it's about time.
Yeah, and I really look up to Rihanna because she really is the trendsetter in the fashion industry for sure.
She is. She's that girl. She is that girl. She be giving the girls for sure.
Yes.
She be giving the girls.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I wanted to say something from that, and
it's all good.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought, but no, for real though, like they want these people to buy their clothes though. Like you want all shapes and sizes to buy your clothes and wear them, so you definitely should include them within that runway aspect. Like,
yes, it's like a way bigger market, and like if you're thinking of like money wise, business wise, like you want to make more money, right? So just include all people, so you can make that money.
All right. You answered that. I was going to ask you what does fashion mean to you, but I think you gave me that answer. Is there anything that you would like to add?
I guess, for my brand, I really like to make girls feel sexy. That's kind of like the goal of my brand, is to really make girls and everybody in general to feel really hot and sexy when they wear my clothes, just to give them a boost of confidence. If I can help them out with that, like, that'd be amazing. That's really just like my primary goal at the end of the day. Like, making money is whatever, like, that's just a plus, but I really want to create something for people to enjoy and to really feel confident in, because that's something, like, my confidence was not where it was today, like I say probably 2-3 years ago. Really kind of felt like I never like wear anything revealing or anything like that. Like, I used to like love just baggy clothes, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love baggy clothes and I still wear baggy clothes. But I kind of just wanted to step out of my comfort zone, and that's kind of what I'm doing with my brand, Deviared Stitch. Because I'm also like in my journey, like in my 20s, of wanting to wear more revealing stuff, wanting to feel more sexy and really step into my womanhood.
I was about to say embodying that femininity, like
yes,
it just exude from you.
I feel it. And I really want to tap into that. I kind of treat my brand like kind of as my alter ego, so I could feel comfortable to step out and be like, yeah, like, you know, I'm sexy, like I'm the shit, like I really
is.
Yes, like I really want myself and others to feel that way. So yeah, that's really my goal.
And I really, really love that. Like, I really do, because confidence definitely sometimes is something that has to be built. Like, I feel you. Because a couple years ago, I was not confident either, girl. I just really had it on. Like, I don't want nobody to even see me like this. Like, so I definitely understand that. So I'm gonna be tapping in. I need a couple pieces. Yes. I need a couple pieces for sure. Like this top. Yes, yeah. You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Anytime. Yes. I really am excited to see what you have to offer us in the future.
Yes, please stay tuned. My Instagram is at Deviared Stitch. My TikTok is actually not the same name. It's Icky Vicky's World, which is funny because that was going to be my brand name.
Icky Vicky?
Yeah, Icky Vicky's World. Like, that was going to be my brand name, but I was just like, I like Deviared Stitch better.
I do too. I think it fits.
Yes, but it's still like my TikTok name, because I had that TikTok name before I even thought of my brand, and I just never changed it. I will though. But for now, it's Icky Vicky's World. But yeah, I do post a lot on my TikTok, and I've garnered like a large like crochet following.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, if you want to see more of me, those are my handles.
Yes, and I'm gonna make sure for the YouTube that I put it on the screen. I'll put you in the description box so they can get right to you, girl. So once again, thank you so much, and I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Peace.